love-hate relationships, multiple trips to Disneyland, and a crush on Britney Spears. And which ex would be open to a reunion? Here's what all of Ryan Gosling's exes have said about him. Ryan Gosling and Sandra Bullock both have a reputation for charming movie audiences. However, when the respective stars of The Notebook and The Lake House worked together, their characters didn't make a love connection. In the 2002 movie Murder by Numbers, Gosling plays a twisted teen who kills for a thrill. Bullock's character is the troubled detective determined to prove his guilt. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Bullock recalled how she reacted when Gosling asked if he could lick her face in one unsettling scene, saying, "It was so disturbing and nice. I was like, lick away." A year after the thriller hit theaters, Bullock found herself addressing rumors that she had a brief fling with Gosling, telling Cosmopolitan, "Let me see if I can answer that politically and correctly. We're friends." Gosling seemed to remove any doubt about their relationship status in 2011 when he paid Bullock and another ex, Rachel McAdams, a pretty big compliment. Gushing to the Times, the actor revealed, "I had two of the greatest girlfriends of all time. I haven't met anyone who could top them." And it's clear that Gosling also left quite an impression on Bullock, as she told Cosmopolitan, "I live my life at a manic pace, and he's taught me to disregard all that isn't important. He's like a little Buddha." Ryan Gosling and Kat Dennings sent the rumor mill into overdrive in 2009 when a Twitter user spotted them together at Disneyland. There was no photographic evidence of the outing, but Dennings shared a tweet of her own that read, "Got kidnapped to Disneyland today. My eyes were closed until a big flashing Mickey balloon was in front of my face. Best surprise ever." When MTV News asked Dennings if she was dating Gosling, she stated, "I don't know. I can't talk about my personal life." However, she did make the shocking confession that she'd never seen The Notebook, telling the publication, "I swear to God I'm the only girl alive who hasn't seen it." Ryan Gosling clearly likes taking his dates to Disneyland, as he was spotted there with Blake Lively in October 2010. According to the Daily News, prior to visiting the theme park, the pair had been flirting up a storm at the Blue Valentine premiere after-party. Per the report, Gosling reportedly had to be pried away from Lively so that he'd actually acknowledge the existence of other guests. However, when asked about Lively, Gosling simply told People magazine, "She's an incredible actress. She's a good friend." Lively has also kept her lips sealed about the rumored romance. However, Gosling did pop up on her Twitter page in 2017 when she posted a photo of the actor with her husband, Ryan Reynolds. In celebration of Reynolds' birthday, Lively hilariously cropped the image, so all that remained of her spouse's face was a single eye, a sliver of a smile, and some stubble. Instead, Gosling was the focal point of the snap. This epic case of trolling was the perfect way to get her husband back, who had previously done something similar for her birthday. Interestingly, Lively and Reynolds' wedding venue was a South Carolina plantation where Gosling filmed some scenes for The Notebook. A few months before her 2012 nuptials, Lively told Elle, "I've had 4 boyfriends in my whole life. I've never been with anyone that's not a boyfriend. If I spend time with a man, it's because there's somebody that I know well who has been a friend for a while." According to the director of The Notebook, Nick Cassavetes, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams were more like enemies than lovers when filming began. While reflecting on the actor's on-set animosity, Cassavetes recalled to VH1, "Ryan is doing a scene with Rachel and he says, 'Would you take her out of here and bring in another actress to read off camera with me?' I said, 'What?' He says, I can't do it with her."
I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings."
Gosling's request resulted in a shouting match that somehow seemed to dispel the tension. McAdams confirmed that the fiery on-screen passion between her and Gosling was totally fake, telling The Times, "We weren't throwing Ming vases at each other, so it wasn't loathing, but our relationship was not what you saw on the screen." She also revealed that there was no way they could have predicted their real-life romance, but that chapter didn't begin until long after they'd finished telling Noah and Allie's love story. As Gosling told The Guardian, 2 years later I saw her in New York and we started getting the idea that maybe we were wrong about each other." While Gosling wasn't a very considerate co-star at first, McAdams later praised his acting prowess, telling Elle in 2007, "He never does the same thing twice. He's very brave." The couple split in 2008 after 4 years of dating. However, in 2016, McAdams told Yahoo Movies that she'd be open to working with her ex again. Britney Spears isn't technically one of Ryan Gosling's exes. However, according to Christina Aguilera, Gosling was crushing on the toxic singer back when they starred on the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in the 90s.
But I know Ryan actually he did have a crush on Britney.
Aguilera talked about the group's romantic dynamics during the carpool karaoke segment of The Late Late Show with James Corden. pointing out that Spears ended up dating another former Mouseketeer, Justin Timberlake. In a 2013 interview with the Sunday Times, Gosling reminisced about spending time with Spears away from work, saying, "Britney was a sweetheart. She lived right above me, the girl next door, the little girl I used to play basketball and spin the bottle with." When Spears appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show, she clarified something about Gosling's spin the bottle memory, saying, "I did play spin the bottle, but I didn't kiss him." Spears went on to explain that the bottle never pointed at Gosling when she spun it. It did, however, stop on Timberlake. In another interesting connection, Gosling told ET that Spears actually screen tested for The Notebook. Singing her praises, Gosling said, "She was really good. Actually, she did a really nice job."